football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Gators will kick it away to start us off. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
All right, now it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Wants to go up top. Steps away. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Fakes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cut. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Dances away. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, 4th and goal. You're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. The short hands. It's Jordan. Oh, out of space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's ball. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starting to feel a little pressure. Grabbed in the backfield. It's ball. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against the guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And the Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. A a first down run in the red zone. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to pound it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Forced out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Hey, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? The Gators will hustle to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turning it on. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. At the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Right back to the well. Still on his feet. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Trying to surge it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Using his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the The defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Pulls it in. It's Jordan. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Looking to take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 40. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll operate out of split backs. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. Quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On third down, going up top. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down into the 17. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Rush is on him. And got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Coming out with it, it's Ball. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Time to take a shot. Reels it in down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments, things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Going deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got him downfield. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Going up top again. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And it is another interception. Just a... struggle for this quarterback.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gators in the hurry up.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but...
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll
talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Scanning the field, it's Fox. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
Direct snap. It's Jordan. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got the tight end.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 45, on its way. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback...
Gonna take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air, it's Fox. Looking for a deep man. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period, and will carry that one into the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. On open spaces. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Buys a little time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Back to pass, it's Fox. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas... focused on this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.